For you ghouls and ghosts that missed this week's episode of the Shadow Spark Chronicles, here's something to chill those bones. But beforehand, a word from our sponsor. The Stout Ale, Punch in the Gut, the surefire solution for depression. When you have a friend who is steeped in woe, just one dose of Punch in the Gut will surely snap them out of it. Results may vary. Stout Ale Services also delivers. If you are the one in need, or you think you may need a good portion of Punch in the Gut, they'll deliver it right to your door. Not responsible for incarceration, loss of friendship, marriages, self-respect, or extremities. Order now for a double dose of Stout Ale Punch in the Gut. Just use the promo code 7D Dungeons. Back to our adventure. Our party has returned to the Rime Warden with the Nightshade in hand. After an exhausting encounter with the ancient gold dragon, they decide to bunk down while heading to the next location. After a few hours, Oz heads up to the deck and is confronted by Colton. Colton cares little for the people of these islands and only wants to gain more power. He does not understand Oz's resistance, and he finds Oz to be weak for caring if the plague kills people. The ship then reaches Sardin's Pass, and the party finds that they have entered the beginnings of a snowstorm. Colton informs the group that precaution is needed. The ship needs to be prepared for the harsh winter. The group decided to wait out the storm. Oz takes off and bunks down for the night. The rest of the group decide to confront him about his pact with Colton. Their discussion gets heated. The party's upset that Oz is making decisions without talking to the group. Bishop and Gwynton even go as far as to say he is giving up and bending the knee to Colton. They tell him he's not alone in his struggle and that he should have faith in his friends. And they all rest for the night. Bishop wakes up and heads to the deck. The weather has turned worse and the deck is covered in snow. Colton approaches Bishop and begins with his insults. Bishop doesn't back down and gives Colton the same. Bishop even warns Colton that his ego is getting too big and that he has seen what happens to those who reach too high. Colton laughs and then walks away. The rest of the group start to feel the effects of the disease as they wake. They come up to the deck and prepare to go looking for the hawkweed. Colton insists that they take 2 of his trackers with them. The group makes their way up the mountains. During the trek, Justinian asks if anyone has ever heard of the single mountain that Azrock mentioned. Bishop recalls a rumor of a place near the island of Deernape. Then the group approaches the cavern, but they are attacked by 2 young red dragons looking for their next meals. One of the guides is snatched up into the air and eaten while the rest of the group gets covered in a fiery breath. They all run for the cave entrance, and after getting some licks in on the dragons, they reach the safety of the cavern. Justinian sends his scout further in and finds the cavern moves up and out to the higher area of the mountain. Please join us every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we continue with the adventures of the Shadow Spark Chronicles. And as always, we'll see you in the dungeon.